We are now at part 4, where we're going to embed audio track information into our file. So the first thing we want to do is open up iTunes. And as you can see here, I'm in my music category. Of course, you're going to have a lot of genres that you'll be able to choose from. When you drag your audio file into music, as you can see, it loads it into the sermons category because that's the way we tag the metadata. Alright, first thing we want to do is we want to make this part of a compilation and hit OK. As you can see, it seems to have disappeared, but if you scroll down here, now it's in the album Sermons of 2011 with these other tracks that we've got. Now, of course, this isn't comprehensive in terms of the tracks. These are just ones I have left over from creation of the podcast and haven't cleaned up yet, but you'll see where that can come into play here in a minute in terms of being helpful. We need to embed artwork and lyrics. In the lyrics section, this is where we're actually going to put all of the sermon notes. First, for artwork, the easiest thing to do is to get the artwork from your previous track. So we can do a Command-C in Mac or copy, which is Control-C on PC, and then Control-V or Command-V on Mac to paste the artwork into the track. When we hit OK on that, as you can see, it actually changes the artwork on the track itself on our desktop. Now we also need to embed the sermon notes. Again, the easiest thing to do is to pull that template, if you will, from a prior week. So we're going to copy that portion using Command-C, get back to our track here that we're working on, and then we're pasting. And of course we need to change the text to the appropriate information. So in this case it is the point. I know this looks to be a duplication, but there's a reason why we put this here. So just make sure that you do follow the guideline in your manual for this. Okay, now we're at sermon notes. Again, we don't want to spend a lot of time trying to type out sermon notes. So these were sent to us by Pastor. So we want to copy all of these sermon notes by selecting Command-A or Control-A on a PC and then Command-C. And then going back to our iTunes, we're going to paste them in. Now, as you can see, formatting does not always follow through, unfortunately, because you have differences with Microsoft Word. So anytime there's a bullet, we need to put a little star, and I add 4 spaces afterwards. Here we need to add an extra space just to break it up so that the formatting is clear. There's any tabs that are done, anything like this, they're not going to translate through properly when we save it. So again, I'll go in and add 4 spaces and dashes and dots and whatnot to compensate for these. And this is, obviously a little bit time consuming from time to time, depending upon how detailed the sermon notes are. Anytime you see where you need to, add a space or a break, just be sure to do so. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Got all the information there. And we hit OK. Alright, so now we can go back and double check it again just to make sure that all of our sermon notes are there. And because this is more of a situation where we don't need rich text, we need it to be simply text. And I see I needed to add another space there in between. So all that looks good. Our artwork looks good. Info is all still there. We hit OK, and we are done with embedding of the audio track information.